Rumors are swirling about Elon Musk's potential exit from the Trump administration. So, how long will the billionaire work in Washington, D.C.? I'm Veronica Dudo. Let's find out.
This is In America Today from the Ticker News Studios in New York City.
At the direction of President Donald Trump, Elon Musk launched the Department of Government Efficiency to advise the administration. Doge has since overseen the removal of tens of thousands of government workers and frozen trillions of dollars in federal grant funding. After reports of an early exit, the White House says Musk will finish his work as planned and is set to leave his role later this spring. The billionaire entrepreneur has been overseeing sweeping government workforce reductions and budget freezes. Take a listen.
In government ever. Every single Doge action is listed on the Doge.gov website. It's also listed on the X handle. So if anyone has a concern about any one of those actions, they can bring that up. They can raise that. And I do want to say, like, sometimes we make a mistake. Nobody bats 1,000. We will at times make a mistake, and we'll act very quickly to correct it. I am under such an extreme spotlight, so much scrutiny, that it's literally impossible for me to get away with anything nefarious, and obviously nor do I wish to. So this is a case where we have radical transparency. We're actually willing to admit that we do make mistakes. Often people are not willing to admit they make mistakes, but we are. But we want to emphasize we fix them quickly, and we're trying to do the right thing for the American taxpayer, for the American people. And I think history will be the judge that what we've done here and what we're doing is a very good thing for the strength and future of America.
For more, I'm joined by Silicon Valley entrepreneur and U.S.-Vietnam relations advocate Allison Nguyen. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me, Veronica.
So first, let's begin with how significant is Musk's influence on President Trump's approach to government efficiency?
He's one of the most significant non-politicians. Remember, he's an advisor. He's not even a permanent employee. We've basically are on track to cut 15% of the federal budget. That will be billions, hundreds and hundreds of billions of dollars, if not trillions of dollars, of the federal budget every year. And he's laid off essentially tens and tens of thousands of federal employees, entire departments, the USAID, possibly the Department of Education, huge parts of the IRS. This is a game changer, what he's done.
Now, Elon Musk, of course, he is from Silicon Valley, where you also work, kind of trying to have that business mindset when entering the government. How do you think Doge has impacted federal employment and government spending since its inception?
Well, just like its name, Department of Government Efficiency, he's made it into more of a business venture with President Trump as the visionary, the moral leader. And Musk is making it very efficient. He can be very ruthless. He is a human spreadsheet. One of the things I have suggested, I'm not part of the administration, but in a real business, you have IT, which is Musk. You have the CEO office, the executive office, which is POTUS, but you may also need to have customer service. I think some of the negative feedback is that we don't have a customer service department for the U.S. government. So the way that he moves is very efficient. It is good for our financial health, but it's a bit of a rough landing, so to speak.
So we do know that it has taken a little bit of a toll on some of his other business ventures. We have also seen, Democrats calling a lot for protests and, some even more so than just that. Now, his leadership at Doge, it has changed how other departments approach streamlining government operations. But what do you make of these personal attacks?
I think people just feel that they're not being listened to, and For example, little things add up. When you go to the airport, maybe there's not enough TSA employees, so the lines are longer. When we go to the national parks, because he cut back so many national park rangers, the lines at Yosemite used to be maybe 30 minutes, now they're 5 hours. So stuff like that really adds to the negative sentiment of Mr. Musk. I do support what he's doing. 90% of the cuts are probably on point, maybe 10%. And you've seen that where they've made some mistakes, they admit it, and then they hire them back. But the government, we've never seen the government ran as a very efficient tech business before. I'm used to that. In tech, 1 year feels like 10 years. So Mr. Musk is trying to make the months of his tenure, whether it's 3 months, be the equivalent of 3 years. And people in the rest of America are not used to that type of rocket ship speed. And as he's whirling around and landing the mothership, the government mothership, on a better footing, it is just a little bit rough. He's doing the right thing, but people are not used to this type of speed and this type of cost cutting.
Do we know yet what might be Musk's next move once he steps away from public service?
So what we have is that he signed a contract where he's a special employee. Special employees can work no longer than 130 days. So starting January 20th, that gives him until May 31st. May 31st will be his last day at Doge and the U.S. government, unless POTUS steps in and has a presidential extension, which he can extend the 130 days to another 6 months. So I believe he will be out of office by Mr. Musk by spring, May 31st, and at the very latest, October, November of this year. And he's mentioned he's got empires, he's got companies to run, and we buy on the rumor and we sell on the news. And so the rumor that he's going back to private business, you see Tesla shooting up substantially because of that. They need him at the company.
Now, looking ahead, do you think President Trump and his administration might appoint another high-profile figure to lead Doge, or is this the end of its mission?
So they mentioned that part of Elon's job is to create this department and find people to run it on his behalf. So just like Tesla is running without him. SpaceX is running without him. He does a good job finding CEOs in his image, such as Gwen. You see her running SpaceX very well, launching all types of products. The same with Tesla, more or less. He's having some problems with the Tesla board right now. But he is bringing people in, and we see that on the Bret Baier. He was sitting there, I believe, with a total of 7 other employees from Doge, and they seem very capable of doing the job. We do know that he is very serious. He wants to go back to private practice. The president has said that, and the contract states that his contract is up May 31st. And if there is a presidential extension there, it cannot be longer than 6 months.
Well, this is a story that certainly has been covered quite a lot in the beginning stages of this new administration. Allison Nguyen, thank you so much for your time and for joining the show.
Thank you, Veronica.
This is Ticker. We'll be right back.